0 scholarship offers, not one, from any Division I program in America. 8 years later, the most valuable player in football. 1. The farm. Josh Allen was born on the 21st of May, 1996, and grew up on a 3,000-acre cotton farm outside Firebaugh, California, a town of about 8,000 people, 38 miles west of Fresno, on the wrong side of the San Joaquin River, from anywhere that matters in college football. His family had been there a long time. His great-grandfather, Arvid Allen, was a Swedish immigrant who settled in the Firebaugh area during the Great Depression. His grandfather established the farm itself in 1975, sat for years on the local school board, and has his name on the gymnasium at Firebaugh High School. So Allen grew up working. He moved irrigation pipe, he dug ditches, he cut weeds. When he wasn't on the farm, he was at the restaurant his mother ran in town. And he was a member of the National FFA organization through the chapter at his high school, which produced the single strangest line on any NFL quarterback's resume. In 2014, Josh Allen ranked in the top 4 in the United States in diversified crop production: cantaloupe, cotton, and wheat. Firebaugh throws a cantaloupe festival every July. He also played everything: football, basketball, baseball, and he swam in the summers. He led his high school basketball team in scoring. He threw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball off a pitcher's mound. The family had a phrase for all of it, and it is the sentence this entire story turns on. You bloom where you're planted. 2 stars. Here is what that produced. By the time Allen finished at Firebaugh High School, he was listed at around 6'3" and 180 pounds. He had never attended an elite quarterback camp. His high school team barely played 7-on-7 because Allen and half his teammates were busy playing other sports. He was, in recruiting terms, invisible. He grew up a Fresno State fan. He went to their games. He went to their camps. His father made a direct pitch to the head coach at the time, Tim DeRuyter. DeRuyter passed. And DeRuyter was not an outlier. Josh Allen received no scholarship offer from any NCAA Division I program at all. Not from the top-level FBS, not from the second-tier FCS, not one. San Diego State offered him a chance to walk on. Allen turned it down because their coach, Rocky Long, could not promise him he would ever take a snap. That is the entire market for a quarterback who is now the most valuable player in the National Football League. Stay with this, because 3 things are coming. The email Allen sent to every coach in America and what it actually produced, which is almost nothing. The one coach who drove out to the farm, and the reason he only wanted Allen after he'd lost the quarterback he really wanted. And the trophy Allen won in 2025, which still sits next to the one thing this story never gave him. If you want more of these, subscribe. 3. The junior college. Allen went to Reedley College, a junior college about an hour from home. And here is a detail the story usually skips. One of the football assistants at Reedley at the time was married to Allen's cousin. He did not play in the first 3 games of the 2014 season. In the 4th, he came off the bench and ran for 4 touchdowns. He was the starter after that, and for the rest of the year, he threw 25 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. He had also grown. 6'5" now, 210 pounds. The team around him was genuinely good. Reedley averaged 452 yards of total offense per game, 9th among every junior college in California. They averaged 39.4 points a game, 10th in the state. His coaches assumed the offers would come. They did not. So, near the end of that season, Allen sent a mass email to every head coach, every offensive coordinator, every defensive coordinator, and every quarterback's coach in the FBS. Every single one. This is the part of the story that gets told as a triumph. It wasn't. 2 schools offered him a scholarship, Eastern Michigan and Wyoming. And when Allen took a visit to Wyoming, Eastern Michigan withdrew theirs. 1 offer. That's what the email produced. 4. The one coach who came. Wyoming's coaches had not gone to Reedley to watch Josh Allen. They went to scout a different transfer entirely. What Allen had was a former Fresno State assistant named Dave Brown, who by then was on the first staff of Wyoming's new head coach and knew who Allen was. Brown pushed the offensive coordinator, Brent Vigen, to look at him. And Vigen, reviewing the tape, kept noticing the same thing: this kid looked like a quarterback he had recruited in 2010 at North Dakota State. Same size, same small town, same 4 sports. Same late bloom. That quarterback was Carson Wentz. Head coach Craig Bohl came around on Allen properly for one specific reason. The quarterback Wyoming actually wanted committed to Syracuse. Then Bohl got in a car and became the only FBS head coach in the country to visit the Allen family farm. He told Josh's father, "We went all around the country and there's only one quarterback we want, and that's your son. He's going to be the face of our program." Allen still made one last pitch to Fresno State, a pointed email to an assistant, noting that the quarterback they had just taken a commitment from was both shorter and lighter than he was. He was turned down again. Wyoming then. And it opened badly. In his first career start, Allen attempted 4 passes before breaking his collarbone. Season over, medical redshirt. He came back in 2016 and threw for over 3,200 yards and 28 touchdowns. He nearly turned professional that winter and was talked out of it by Bowl and by Carson Wentz. 5. Buffalo. Buffalo traded up from 12th to 7th to take him in 2018. He did not start. He opened the season behind Nathan Peterman, and on the 9th of September, Peterman was benched mid-game after posting a passer rating of 0.0. Allen came on, threw for 74 yards, and the Bills lost 47-3. That was the debut. 2 weeks later, scrambling against Minnesota, he hurdled clean over a Vikings linebacker named Anthony Barr to pick up a first down. That was the clip that told America who he was before any of the numbers did. He finished his rookie year 5-6 as a starter, with the lowest completion percentage of any qualified passer in the league. The following season, he was the lowest again. 2 years. Worst in the NFL at the one thing everyone said he couldn't do. What he did have, even then, was the fourth quarter. In 2019, he led the entire league in fourth quarter comebacks, with 4, and in game-winning drives, with 5. Buffalo made the playoffs. Then 2020, 4,544 passing yards, 37 passing touchdowns, both franchise records, and a completion percentage that went from last in the league to 4th. Buffalo won the AFC East for the first time since 1995, 6 months before Josh Allen was born. One detail from that season belongs here. In Week 9, Allen threw for 415 yards and 3 touchdowns in an upset of Seattle. He played that game one day after his grandmother died. Then Buffalo beat Indianapolis for their first playoff win since 1995, beat Baltimore, and reached the AFC Championship game for the first time since 1993. Everything after that is records. He is the NFL's all-time leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. He is the first player in league history with a passing, a rushing, and a receiving touchdown in the same game. He is the first with 40 or more total touchdowns in 5 consecutive seasons. That season, Buffalo became the first team in NFL history to beat 2 15-win teams in a single regular season, and Allen produced the fewest turnovers of his career. On the 6th of February, 2025, he was named Most Valuable Player of the National Football League with 27 of 50 first-place votes, and became only the 3rd quarterback ever to win it without being named first-team All-Pro. A month later, he signed a 6-year extension worth $330 million, $250 million of it guaranteed at the time, the largest guarantee ever given to an NFL player. And in November 2025, Wyoming retired the number 17, first jersey retirement in the history of the program. He bloomed where he was planted. What this video has quietly left out is how good the soil was. Small-town farmer does a lot of work in a title, and it is doing some of it dishonestly. That farm is 3,000 acres. His grandfather founded it, sat on the school board, and has his name on the gymnasium of the high school Josh Allen attended. He is not a kid from nowhere. He is from the most established family in his town. The self-made details thin out too. The famous mass email produced exactly 2 offers, and one of them was withdrawn. The junior college that rescued his career employed an assistant coach who was married to his cousin. And Wyoming, the school that made him, went looking at somebody else, and only turned to Allen after the quarterback they wanted chose Syracuse. None of that makes him less remarkable. It makes the story less tidy. And the word superstar is carrying its own quiet gap. He has the MVP, the records, and the biggest guarantee in the sport. He is not in 4 against Kansas City in the playoffs. In January 2026, Buffalo lost another divisional round. Allen turned the ball over 4 times, and the head coach who drafted him was fired 2 days later. He has never played in a Super Bowl, so which one is the actual turning point? The email that almost nobody answered, or the quarterback who chose Syracuse and handed Josh Allen a scholarship without ever knowing it? Pick one, and say why. And if you want the rest of these, subscribe.